I think it is an act of defense.
Not an act of terrorism?
Sure. I think the international community has given all the people under occupation, including the Palestinians, not only the Ukrainian, to defend themselves by all available means, including the armed resistance. And I think all countries like Australia, United States, Germany, France, they have big armies to defend themselves. And I think in this case, we are talking about a clear case of self-defense.
In this case, those countries you named have said what you've done is indefensible.
What do you mean?
By massacring civilians, by targeting children, women, old men, unarmed people, that it is indefensible what you have done.
Look, I think, unfortunately, this is the Western media. They are adopting blindly the Israeli propaganda. I think this is more Israeli propaganda. Our fighters, they haven't committed any crime against women or civilians, but it also depends on how you defend civilians. A lady who is working in a military compound, operating cyber actions on checkpoints to give orders to kill our citizens, I cannot consider it as a civilian.
So you're saying that everyone that Hamas targeted in that act of terrorism was a soldier. Is that what you're saying?
First of all, I cannot accept the description of act of terrorism. It is an act of self-defense, but we have targeted only not civilians, we have targeted only militant members of the Israeli army.
You know that no one believes that.
It depends. This is your fault. It is not our fault. By the way, we who are the victims, who are suffering now for more than 75 years of slaughtering, of massacres, each year we have a massacre. Today, Benjamin Netanyahu and his racist, fascist group in the government committed a genocide, committing a war crime against our people by destroying thousands of houses, killing hundreds and thousands and wounding thousands of Palestinians. You cannot say simply that all these are Hamas fighters. All of them are innocent civilians.
The hostages you've taken, are they all soldiers too?
Look, this is a fight for freedom and independence. And during war, even in the international law, we have the right to take soldiers and security people as hostages. And this is well organized by the international law. And I think after the end of the war or the confrontation, there is also rules and regulations how to exchange prisoners. And you have to remember always that we have 5,800 Palestinians. Some of them have now spent more than 40 years, not 5 years, 40 years.
Killing citizens and taking hostages is against international law. You know that.
Okay, yes.
Yes.
Yes, I agree.
And that's what you've done.
But we are suffering of this for 75 years. Where was the international media and the Australian TVs and the American TVs? Where was Joe Biden when our children and women killed? Where was the conscience of the Western media and the conscience of the Western people? By the way, you have to remember that Gaza Strip is a tiny strip on the Mediterranean, 365 kilometers, one of the most populated areas on Earth, and 60% of them, around 70% of the population are below 30. I mean, young and people and children. All these people have no horizon to better future. They are losing all kind of hope. They are losing their belief in humanity because of this long-standing suffering. I think this is the origin of all this evil in the region.
How can you say that the actions of October 7th has helped the Palestinian people? How have you helped their cause?
The siege on Gaza, this is not sustainable. This cannot continue. And the explosion is a matter of time. You have to intervene as soon as possible to prevent the explosion, to prevent violence, to prevent the escalation.
But you've provoked it,
Unfortunately,
Dr. Naim. You have provoked it.
Yes.
You have provoked these attacks.
Yes, I have. At the end, I have, as a prisoner in this biggest open air prison, I have the right to knock the door and to put my case on the international agenda. Mr. Joe Biden and the Prime Minister of Australia or the President of France, he has no right to stand in front of camera to talk about the right of Ukrainian people to defend themselves and to support them with all kinds of weapons and money. We have also the right to put our case on the agenda.
Are you saying that you launched these attacks to get world attention? Because the attention was on Ukraine, the attention was on other parts of the world.
This is part of our goal. Part of our goal that we cannot accept by passing the cause, the just cause of the Palestinians now for more than 75 years and going to normalize the relationship with the Arab countries around us here and there, and simply talking about no need for any peace or any political entity for the Palestinians. Netanyahu last month he said we have to destroy the idea of a Palestinian state in the mind of Palestinians. This cannot happen. Between the river and the sea, there is only one political entity, which is Israel. How can you talk about peace, coexistence, two states, independence? They have left us no choices, and the international community kept silent all of the time.
You say you had no choice but to kill these people? You had no choice but to attack these citizens?
We have attacked soldiers who are besieging us in Gaza.
They're not soldiers. They're not soldiers. They're dancing at a music festival. They're sleeping in their beds. There are children in strollers. I mean, really.
This is the Israeli propaganda.
The witnesses that we speak to who say they saw people shot in front of them, people who were dancing at a music festival shot in front of them, are they lying? Are they making it up? It's propaganda?
I think, again, this is an Israeli propaganda.
So how do you know that the people who were killed in these attacks were only soldiers?
And you don't have to prove it. I don't have to prove it.
The international community is likening Hamas now to ISIS, being described as Palestinians' ISIS.
Okay, they can do it. But they are describing Hamas now for years and years as a terror group. We believe that we are freedom fighters. Unfortunately, the West is putting the terminology and accepting and adopting some definitions based on his interest. This is definition based on their interest, not based on our beliefs or genuine rights. We are freedom fighters. We are not looking for anything else. We have nothing to do with any other group.
Do you expect this conflict to broaden into the region further?
If the Israelis continue their massacres, there is a big possibility this will be broadened, not only at the official level and state level, could also be at the popular level. Thousands and hundreds of thousands of people. You have 7 million Palestinians outside the country. They are very angry. They are looking for the day that they can do something to help their own people inside the fascist government in Israel. They have converted this conflict from a political conflict into a religious one. We are talking about promised land, promised people, chosen people. Therefore, if they awaken 2.2 billion Muslims around the world, this is not a Palestinian property, this is the property of all Muslims, they will attract all these people to the conflict.
Do you accept that you have let down the majority of peace-loving Palestinians by taking this action? That you have sacrificed them?
No, at all. I am sure that the people who are supporting the Palestinian cause has increased dramatically after this case, because we have seen the reality of this racist and fascist government who is keeping 2.3 million Palestinians in the Gaza Strip hostages in the biggest open-air prison, who are killing children.
Do you not take any responsibility for these deaths yourself, given that this retaliation has been provoked?
Unfortunately, you are repeating the same word, retaliation. We are retaliating.
But do you not see that this attack is a direct result of your incursion into Israel and the massacre that took place there?
Sure, this is my obligation to defend our people, to defend ourselves. I think it was shameful to keep silent, to die in silence. It is really shameful.